Hi, everyone. My name is Maria Ferrante-Shepis, president of Matok Douglas Innovation Consultancy in the Chicagoland area. And we're joined in our offices today by Elliott Wallace, who is the general manager at LexisNexis Risk Solutions in the life insurance division. So we're here to talk today about the four-part webinar series that our firms are working on together about transforming the customer experience in life insurance. So Elliott, tell us about why you're so passionate about this topic.
So I'm passionate about life insurance as a whole and that customer experience, really mainly two reasons. When you look at life insurance, it really starts with my dad, because my dad passed early, I consider it early age, too early. But when he passed with the life insurance proceeds, my mother was able to stay in her house. And most importantly, which was important to both of them, were some projects that they had that they wanted to do in fixing up the house. So with that life insurance proceeds, she was able to do all of the things and those visions that the two of them had. And so she's still in that house years later and just enjoying and really living the lifestyle that he had always expected her to have.
Oh, wow. That's an inspiring story. There's so many like that out there, right? And that's what our industry does, and that's what's important about it. So let's talk a little bit about how that connected you to where you are today at LexisNexis and what you all do.
Mm-hmm. Well, at LexisNexis, we're one of the key aggregators of data within North America, and our whole promise is to really bring data into the industries, and in my case, into the life insurance industry, to really help carriers understand how they can utilize data to better manage the risk and that customer experience. So when you look at this whole customer experience topic, it fits into really a core tenet of LexisNexis Risk Solutions, which we call our why, right? We are innovators who like to challenge the status quo to improve outcomes. So we know at this point in the evolution of life insurance, we really have to enhance that customer experience. So we're really looking at how can we innovate and challenge the current status quo.
Oh, that's great. And innovation is what we're all about at Matok Douglas too. And our worlds are very synergistic because you're there creating these solutions for people that have that customer experience challenge, which, as we know, in the life insurance industry in particular, it's a big challenge, the underwriting process and how it feels to go through that. And at Matok Douglas, where our why is to help companies that are in these really important industries to consistently and predictably figure out how to add new relevance in the future, because the human condition is wired to always try to make it better. And as that being the case, disruptors come in and they're trying to make it better for good reason, because it's important. So our job is to help insurance carriers and our other clients to figure out the ways in which they can remain relevant in that future state. So that's why this topic is so important for the industry and for both our firms, obviously, to talk about the customer experience cycle. And we're going to be doing this four-part webinar series using the framework of the customer experience cycle as a helpful tool to understand the different stages and phases that consumers will go through in that process, starting with connecting and attracting. How do they come to us? Then orientation, or orient around the transaction that's about to happen, and then do that transaction in the most seamless way possible, and then have an opportunity for extending and retaining with that customer, giving them things that they find valuable that make them want to stay, and then finally the last phase of advocate and have raving fans as a result of a great customer experience.
Yeah, no, I'm personally excited about it and love this topic because it really fits right into one of the core things that we do at LexisNexis, and we call this the insurance continuum. So we have what we call the life insurance continuum, and what we're constantly doing is helping carriers understand how you use data at each point of those continuums to, again, enhance that customer experience. So for us, it's from the point of acquisition into points of contact and points of application, points of underwriting, in through points of service and claims, and it really fits very nicely within your customer experience circle. So this is really going to be an exciting webinar as we talk through how insurance carriers can understand it, and then most importantly, put things in place to actually leverage and drive their success within that customer experience range.
So much opportunity, right?
Yes.
I'm passionate about this too, having been a many-decade veteran of the life insurance industry too, and always being obsessed with closing the gap between the industry's intentions and the consumer's perceptions, and the cycle really helps us to do that. So join us for this 4-part webinar series where we will be taking you through the entire customer experience cycle and looking at different ways in which your companies can create a better experience using some of the insights both from LexisNexis and from Matok Douglas. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.